Hi guys, would you like to listen to another story? Well, I made one on June the 11th, which is today. It's going to be read to you right now. Mr. Greedy by Roger Hargreaves. Mr. Greedy woke up one morning while his tummy was rumbling. He stretched and got out of bed for breakfast. Mr. Greedy went into the kitchen to find something to eat, but there was nothing on the table. There was just an empty bowl and an empty plate, even an empty cup. Mr. Greedy went to open the fridge, but there was no food there, so it was an empty fridge. Then Mr. Greedy went to the cupboard. Nothing was there either. Then Mr. Greedy went to look everywhere to find something good, but there was nothing there because Mr. Greedy was just one hungry person. "Oh dear," said Mr. Greedy. "I think I need to do some shopping." On his way to the store, Mr. Greedy met little Miss Greedy. "Hello," said Mr. Greedy. "Good morning, Mr. Greedy," said little Miss Greedy. "I'm very hungry. Can I have something from the basket?" asked Mr. Greedy. "Sorry," said little Miss Greedy. "My tummy was rumbling and I didn't have that much food, so I have to take this all." After little Miss Greedy left, Mr. Greedy arrived into the bake shop. "Hello," said Mr. Greedy. "Good morning," said Miss Crumb. "How can I help you?" "Can I please have 1,000,000 bread loaves and 100 hot cross buns, and a gazillion cakes and 3,000 apple pies, and more of your goodies?" asked Mr. Greedy. "I'm sorry, but little Miss Greedy came and she took everything," said Miss Crumb. Poor Mr. Greedy. Oh dear. Next, Mr. Greedy arrived at Miss Green's breakfast shop. "Good morning," said Miss Green. "Hello," said Mr. Greedy. "Can I please buy 3,000 dozen eggs, please?" "Okay," said Miss Green. But Mr. Greedy showed her that he only had 1 nickel, worth 5 cents. Not enough money to buy 300 dozen eggs. "I'm sorry," said Miss Green, "but you don't have that enough money to buy 3,000 dozen eggs." And Mr. Greedy left without anything at all. Poor Mr. Greedy. No food. His tummy was feeling too empty than it was before. Oh dear. Suddenly, Mr. Greedy smelled something as he walked out of the breakfast shop. Something that smelled good in his life. He followed the smell of a food that led to a house that looked so messy. It was Mr. Mean's house. Mr. Greedy knocked on the door. "What do you want?" demanded Mr. Mean. "I'm hungry. Do you have anything in mind?" asked Mr. Greedy. "No, I do not," said Mr. Mean. "What are you eating?" asked Mr. Greedy. "Toast," said Mr. Mean. "Can I have some?" asked Mr. Greedy. "No, you cannot," said Mr. Mean. Poor Mr. Greedy. Mr. Greedy walked away, looking everywhere for food, but then he found Mr. Mischief sitting on a bench eating some cornflakes. "Hello," said Mr. Greedy. "Hello," said Mr. Mischief. "Are you eating cornflakes?" asked Mr. Greedy. "Can I have some?" "I'm sorry," said Mr. Mischief, "but they're gone." At this time, Mr. Skinny came along. "Hello," said Mr. Greedy. "Hello," said Mr. Greedy. "I'm hungry. Do you have anything in mind?" "Of course," said Mr. Skinny. "Ha ha ha, follow me." Mr. Greedy followed Mr. Skinny into his kitchen and cooked a fish bone, which was kind of scary for Mr. Greedy. And he ran out of Mr. Skinny's house. "Help! Help!" screamed Mr. Greedy, running away from the scary fish bone that Mr. Skinny cooked, and he ran all the back way home. Mr. Greedy opened his eyes. "What a horrible dream," said Mr. Greedy as he suddenly woke up. But he didn't. Was when he went in the kitchen. He found more food, but now he wasn't hungry anymore. Hi guys, it's Xander Attisano, back from Xander's iPad bookshelf, and you're here in the end credits. Well, how did you enjoy my video? Was it good? Well, I'll be back with more stories later, and I'm hoping you like them. There will be more, and there are also going to be games in Q&A. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to post a comment down in the comment section below.